Hey guys, I'm Jason Hocum, afternoon announcer here at New 95.7 KKOK as well as 12:30 AM 107.7 FM. You know, I like to read about fun stuff, about trivia, and especially on my show. And you know, I also love to read about animals. And there's an animal, you know, that I've come into interest as of late because I found out some amazing stuff about it. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because right now we're in the downswing of harvest, you know, seeing all the crops and corn all out on the field. Well, you may have noticed these curious critters, the crow. Yes, the crows, they're all out because of the harvest. You know, it's also Halloween, so it's a little, Halloween just came and went, so a little bit of a spooky time. And, you know, crows have that aura of mystery to them. So I wanted to share some fun facts about crows today, and I'm going to read it off right here. Well, you may or may not know that crows are actually extremely intelligent animals, and this is the thing that really caught my eye and got me interested in reading about them because they have the largest brain of all birds except for parrots. And their body to brain ratio of a crow is the equivalent of a chimpanzee, and that means that's not that far off from humans. And you know, and because they are so intelligent, they have also been observed using basic tools. For example, some crows in Japan use cars on the road to crack nuts. You know, they just leave the nut there and wait for the car to pass by, get the nice meat inside the nut. And also in some instances, crows have even been observed to use sticks to get food out of reach. So they just take up a stick and they dig it out, kind of like us. And also, they have an excellent memory. They have been known to hide food to save it away for later, and sometimes they move the food like 2 or 3 times a day, always remembering where it was hidden. And not only that, they have also been known to recognize human faces. That's pretty impressive right there. Meanwhile, individual faces, I mean. Meanwhile, crows can be identified by their distinctive caw, caw sound because and also they're considered songbirds due to their vast range of melodies, and crows have been known to vocalize their feelings in response to hunger or being threatened, for example. So, different song depending on the mood. Also, crows are described as being pretty fearless. They will chase down eagles, which can outweigh them 9 times more than themselves, but despite their fearlessness, they are still wary of people who are their biggest predator. And the crow can be found across a huge area spanning Europe and Asia, with its population estimated to be 43 and 204 million and growing. And crows have also been known to perform anting, which is a technique where they rub themselves with ants all over their feathers. And they do that near an anthill, allowing the ants to crawl through their feathers. It's still not known why exactly they do it, but some suggest that the ant acts as an insecticide, and anting helps control parasites such as feather mites. Others argue that it's carried out as a method of catching prey, enticing the ants to rid themselves of their poison sacs, so then the crow can eat them without getting harmed. Also, when crows mate, they often do for life, separating only at death. However, some instances have found that only the females mate for life, while the males will cheat on occasion. Sounds pretty human, doesn't it? Unfortunately. Meanwhile, crows can build nests all over the place. They can build them in pylons and trees and cliff edges, almost anywhere it can be suitable. And the nests are built from twigs as well as a lining with hair and bark. And both the male and female build the nest together. It's a team effort, and the female then incubates the eggs. But once the eggs are hatched, both birds will help feed the chicks. And a nesting crow can eat as many as 100 grasshoppers per hour. Yeah, a couple more fun facts for you. Anyway, crows are mostly resident. That means they don't migrate and will stay near their breeding grounds. And crows living in urban areas have a much smaller territory compared to those in rural areas. And the nesting territory of the city crows, is only like 10% of that of rural crows. So it makes sense. People who live in big cities tend to have smaller places than, you know, people who live out in the country. And finally, scavengers by nature. A crow's diet can evolve over 1,000 different food items, from worms, insects, and carrion to scraps of food, fruit, and seeds. So, not picky eaters at all. Anyway, I just wanted to share something fun, you know, a little bit of trivia. I'm Jason Hocum on New 95.7 KKOK, 12:30 AM, 107.7 FM, and I'll try to get you something else interesting the next time around. Take care, everybody.